Aloha, it's Robert Stellick with Blue Planet. In today's video, I'm going to talk about wing foiling technique. First of all, I'm going to talk about a new move I've been working on, the behind the back tack into a wave. And then after that, I'm going to answer a question from one of the viewers. Tack asks, when we fall, hold on to the wing or let go. A lot of times when you're heading out towards the waves and there's a peak that's upwind of you, tacking is a great way to get into that steeper part of the wave. And tacking with the wing over your head can kind of distract you from doing a nice carving turn because you're kind of more upright and throwing the wing up behind you. And then you can kind of slow down while you're switching hands and so on. So I watched Derek Hamasaki doing tacks where he doesn't switch his wing. He just keeps the wing in the same hand, turns onto the wave, and then tacks back out of it. And I started trying that move. I found when I was tacking into the wave, it helped to pass the wing behind my back into the other hand, and that allowed me to do like a really nice tight carving 180 turn onto the wave. And if the wave's a little bit steeper, you can do that whole maneuver without losing a lot of speed and getting right onto the wave. If the wave is kind of a little bit weaker, you might have to pump to get onto the wave. So the way I like to approach this move is thinking of it kind of like a toe-at when you're toe and foiling, where you kind of let the rope go as you're getting pulled out towards the waves. You let the rope go and then kind of glide into the wave, do the turn onto the face, and then catch the wave. Basically, I let the wing go before I reach the wave, so that I'm kind of just coasting into the wave and then doing a tight carve on the face while I'm passing the wing behind me, staying low in the turn and doing like a nice tight turn onto the wave. And then I might have to pump to stay with the wave. So once I turned around and I got the wing behind my back, because I'm wearing a waist leash, the leash is now kind of wrapped around my waist. So I basically have to ride the wave out and kick out of it as a tack. So the wing kind of comes around the same side that it came in on. And then that way the leash doesn't end up being wrapped around me. If I try to jibe, and then especially having that camera pull behind my back as well, it doesn't allow me to bring that leash back over my head so I can jibe out of it. So basically what I've been doing is just tacking into the wave and then tacking back out of the wave. So the leash kind of goes back the same way it came. And this move works best in like side offshore winds or side shore winds. In onshore winds, I think it's going to be more challenging. I haven't really tried it in onshore winds yet, but the reason it's more challenging is that you have to do a longer turn through the wind where you kind of lose speed before you get onto that wave. So if it's offshore winds, it's a fairly short turn before the wave kind of picks you up and pushes you along. So it's definitely easier if you have nice offshore conditions and plenty of wind, and a nice steep wave face helps a lot. Okay, next I'm going to get into that question from Dexan. When we fall, hold onto the wing or let go? So I think that's a really good question, and I had to think about it a little bit. Do I hold onto the wing or let go of it when I'm falling? And really the answer is it depends. So when I'm kind of in a controlled fall and I can keep holding onto the wing, it actually can be helpful to keep holding onto the wing because it'll kind of soften the impact on a bad wipeout if you're like falling forward or crashing from a jump. Then just holding onto the wing will kind of soften the impact for sure. But of course, if you're kind of out of control, it's better to just let the wing go. And then after that, you don't want to just, especially if you have a really strong windy day, you don't want to just leave that wing flopping far away from you. It puts a lot of strain on the leash. So what you want to do is kind of reel the wing back in kind of quickly, keep it on a short leash, and ideally grab the handle on the front of the wing. You know, if it's upside down, it's best to flip the wing over from the end. So we'll kind of go to the wingtip and flip the wing over from there. You know, having the leading edge into the wind makes it real easy to flip the wing over from the wingtip. And then what I do, especially on a smaller board, you really need to use that wing for stability and flotation. So I hold the front handle of the leading edge against the rail of my board, right in the middle of the volume of the board. And then that helps me when I get up, provide stability. It's like having an outrigger. And then you can even lean with both hands onto the leading edge of the wing to kind of stabilize yourself. And then I try to quickly get that wing over my head, grab the second handle ideally, so then I can quickly grab the front handle with the front hand and then move my backhand back to the back handle. And then from there, I try to kind of get up from my knees to the standing position by putting the front foot into the front foot strap first. You do have to kind of make sure you keep your weight balanced with the back leg. The knee and the toes have to be kind of a little bit diagonal, so you put pressure on both sides of the rail so it doesn't get tipped over sideways. And then standing up with the back foot, sliding the back foot in the strap. So the pumping technique that I use, especially if the wind is light, I kind of try to get the wing as far away from me as possible, kind of stretching out my arms and almost like hinging at the waist, hinging forward a little bit so I can really catch a lot of wind. And then I wait for a little gust, and then when I feel the pressure in the wing kind of increase a little bit, then I just yank on that wing, and usually just doing that one strong pull on the wing will get me just enough lift to get the foil off the water just a little bit. And then on the second and third pump, you do kind of a circular motion. So you're not just flopping, but actually keeping the power in the wing as much as you can. And then kind of at the same time, you hop up and down on the board. And the timing, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's just to kind of try to unweigh the board while you're pulling on the wing. But you kind of get better at that over time. But basically by unweighing and pulling at the same time, you get just that enough lift to get the board off the water. And as soon as the board comes off the water and the foil takes over, your drag is going to decrease. And as your speed picks up, then you get more pressure in the wing from the parent wind as you're moving. And then, once you're moving quick enough, you can turn upwind a little bit more, and then that'll help you have even more apparent wind. One of the mistakes I sometimes see beginners make is they try to turn downwind too much. And when you're trying to start, going on a little bit of a reach can help a little bit because it helps you get going. But if you turn downwind too much, then basically your downwind motion decreases the pressure in the wing. So stay kind of on a 90-degree angle to the wind or slightly off the wind, but not too much, because then your pressure in your wing is just going to decrease. So I hope those are some helpful tips. So the quicker you can recover from your wipeout and get back on the foil, the more time you'll spend flying over the water, which is that awesome sensation that we love so much. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us on YouTube. And I hope you get something out of all these videos we're putting together. I really want to say thank you to our customers for your support. It allows me to do fun stuff like get on the water and put out videos. So thank you again. See you on the water. Aloha.